combat mode.
Oh, hey. I have to die. Oh, game. Game, are you okay? We literally have to kill all these guys. Man, this will take forever.
Modulating phase.
Hello? Don't worry, that's right. Wanna hear? But work stuff? Not scary at all. Will I see you again? I'll be here.
Zack. For both of us.
Both of us?
That's right. You're gonna live. You'll be my living legacy. My honor. My dreams. They're yours now.
living legacy.
Is this the credits? Show me the credits so I can talk about it. Is that the Steel Sky? Or is that not the Steel Sky? Because I know that refers to something.
Embrace your dreams. If you want to be a hero, you need to have dreams.
Thank you. I won't forget.
I find that hard to believe, Cloud.
Good night. Zack.
Oh, and Cloud has to learn how to properly wield the Buster Sword since he drags it around. I'm not sure if that's the intention, but like, that's what I see in it.
That girl, she said that the sky frightened her. That looks so liberating. Those wings. I want them too.
I've been asking for them the whole game. Is that Angeal's hand that's grabbing me?
It feels good. If you see Aerith, say hi for me.
This is probably gonna get hit with copywritten. I hope not, though.
Hey, would you say I became a hero?
Dude, okay. Alright. Let's get this over with. I understand the message that they were going for the ending. I knew it was gonna end like that. Obviously, playing the original FF7, I knew it was gonna happen. I assumed that, but like, it's such a sad ending, and like, when playing a video game, put it like this. No matter how impactful that death was, playing a video game and ending with like one of the best characters dying doesn't feel satisfying. Like, I understand what the ending was going for. I would say it was a well done death. That does so good for Cloud's character in the future FF7 games. But at the same time, playing this game and following Zack around and then Zack dying, it's just like, I don't know. From a gameplay perspective, that ending is not satisfying, but I know what it does for the future of the FF7 compilation, or just FF7 in general. I just want to say, everything, the stuff with Genesis, I do not understand in the slightest. That stuff I don't get. I don't really get Genesis in general. All I really got from Genesis was that he wanted to reenact some poem. Some play, Loveless or something, a poem, book, whatever. Rick Gomez, phenomenal job. let's review the game. The story in this game, it's fine. It's not amazing. It's not good. It's not bad. It's fine. I really like the themes of dreams and honor. How Angeal like taught Zack like, oh, you have to have dreams, like, and then Zack talked about being a hero, and they were like, oh, you have to have attainable dreams, you know, like attainable goals and stuff. They do the theme of dreams and honor really, really well in the beginning half of the game. I think the beginning half of the game is pretty well done, as well as the mid game. But then when you get to like the later part of the game with like Genesis and like outside of the Nibelheim incident, that's well done. But like everything with Genesis, just like Genesis doesn't straight up ruin the game for me, but like I just don't understand Genesis, honestly. Like I never really cared for Genesis, put it like that. I never really cared for Genesis, and then eventually they were like, oh, we have to save Genesis. I was like, okay, I definitely don't care for Genesis. My flaws with the story mostly come to Genesis. I just feel like stuff with Genesis just comes off as a bit convoluted, and the game doesn't do a good enough job of explaining it. I'm not going to say it's entirely the game's fault. I could be misinterpreting things and not understanding things, but like, either way, the game, for how short the game's like, what, 10 hours? 10 to 15 hours? I spent like 12 to 15 hours on this, but I did some missions, so the game's like 10 hours long. I feel like for the game's length, I'm fine with the game being 10 hours long, but I feel like the story that the game wants to tell in that time frame just doesn't work. Because certain things don't get fleshed out. Like Genesis in general, I just don't understand. But yeah, my problems with the story mostly go with Genesis. Also, Angeal seems cool. I do like Angeal. But like, so long of the game is just like, I don't know. It took me a while to fully grasp what Angeal's like true purpose was. Like, why, like, in the beginning of the game, it's just like, oh, Angeal's like, you know, against, like, turning his back on Shinra for some reason. They eventually cover that up, but like, you know, I don't know. Angeal could have been done a bit better, but Angeal was fine. Definitely better than Genesis. Angeal is pretty cool. But yeah, that's the new characters. The new characters are fine for the most part. Cisne is, you know, Cisne's kind of there. She's cool. Didn't really do too much, but it was clear that she and Zack had some kind of, not like Aerith and Zack, but they had some kind of relationship going. She was pretty neat. Pretty neat addition to the Turks. The director, don't know what to make of him, honestly. Just kind of, he was also kind of there. And he's apparently like Rufus's half-brother or something. Which I got confirmation from the comments from. Hollander is also like, what's the point? He really just feels like a rip-off version of Hojo. And I don't know if Hollander's supposed to be like a predecessor to Hojo, but he just felt like pointless, honestly. But yeah, my problems with the game mostly come with Genesis and some of the other characters. Again, Genesis is the worst of the bunch, as in like I just don't understand his motives. I can't really connect with Genesis. I didn't feel anything for Genesis, mostly because I didn't understand his stuff, and even if I did understand his stuff, I just didn't really care for Genesis. He just really came across as like, oh, like, you know, wanting to reenact this Loveless, whatever that actually means. So, you know, let's talk about the good with the game, because the game isn't all bad. It's not bad at all. Like, the game is fine. The game is good. Zack. Zack is a phenomenal character. Zack is a great protagonist. I think Zack conveys his emotions very well. And the way Zack reacts to certain events, like, it's understandable. I can relate with Zack. Like, when Zack gets mad and, like, when Zack, like, expresses anger to, like, Angeal or whoever it is, like, it's, like, relatable. Zack may not seem that, like, different from protagonists on the outside, but Zack is really relatable as a character. As a person, he's so relatable. And, like, just seeing him react to the events around him, like, everything that's going on is, like, so crazy. Like, the way Zack reacts is just... It was a great character to go through the journey with, is the best way of putting it. Like, just going through with Zack, I would not want to go through this game with a different protagonist. Zack was a great choice. And the way they did Zack was really well done. Also, just Zack as a person is really cool. Like, he's funny. He's got, like, you know, he's kind of a ladies' man. Like, I really like that. His relationship with Aerith is well done. That's one of the highlights of the game. His relationship with Aerith is well done. His relationship with Cloud is so good. Like, acting like a mentor sort of figure to him. Like, Cloud not being as experienced. And then at the end there, when when Cloud took the Buster Sword and was like, you know, carrying on his legacy. That was really well done. So again, the ending wasn't bad, but I expected the ending, but from a gameplay point, like playing Crisis Core, it's just, it doesn't feel satisfying to have the main character like that die, but it makes sense. I understand what happens. I played FF7 many times. I played Remake like 2 to 3 times, so I understand like why he died and all that, but like playing Crisis Core, it's just, it brings a tear to my eye and it just doesn't satisfy me. But yeah, again, that's so well done. Zack is just such a great character. He's probably the best part of this game. Sephiroth, they did really well with Sephiroth, I think. Not as good as Zack, but like the way they showed you, like, oh, Sephiroth was like obviously really strong, a strong soldier, but he was like not evil. They did a really good job of showing Sephiroth before he was going crazy. And the Nibelheim incident, the way they do that is really well done. Again, they include Genesis, and I don't really care for Genesis, so I feel like that takes away from it a bit. Most of my problems with this game come with Genesis. I don't think Genesis is like the worst thing ever. I don't think he ruins the game, but like, he could have been done better, basically. And the game tried to make you care. Again, that cutscene where Genesis and Sephiroth were dueling, it was a good cutscene from a cutscene perspective, but like, the game tried to push on this fact of like, oh, and Geo, Genesis, and Sephiroth were friends, but like, I don't know, I just didn't really connect with them. Like, as a group, I didn't really connect with them, but I don't know, that's just me. Again, Genesis is not bad, it's just, if I had to pick something in the plot that needed fleshing out, it was Genesis. But yeah. What was I talking about? Sephiroth? Sephiroth was well done. Nibelheim incident, well done. The part where you're like, where you're like helping Cloud, where you're like escaping with Cloud is well done. Basically, the Nibelheim incident to like the rifle stuff where you're shooting the soldiers and you're going with Cloud, that part is well done. Like all of that segment, it just really gives you an insight of how much Zack cares about Cloud and how their relationship is. I love it. Zack is just such a great character, and Aerith, his relationship with Aerith is nice, and how he goes back to Midgard just to see her. It's just it's so cute, and I love it. I will ship Zack and Aerith for all eternity now, honestly. Other stuff about the game. Back to the ending. They mentioned stuff about, like, Zack, like, 4 years? What was up with that? I did not understand that. I also know that Zack and Cloud were part of some experiment. They did like, I know that they were, like, experimented on or something. Like, Zack was part of an experiment. That was shown after the fight with Sephiroth. But what was up with the 4 years thing? I feel like the ending didn't really answer enough questions. The only thing I really understood at the ending was the whole Zack death thing. Like, the things with Genesis, don't even get me started. I did not understand that. And the 4 years thing, did not understand that either. But yeah. That's about all I wanted to talk about with the story and characters. I think the characters in this game, like seeing them pre-FF7 is nice, as I said in the game, was really well done. And I think the story was kind of a mixed bag. It started off pretty strong and interesting. Oh! I'm gonna hold that thought. I know what this is and I love it! Show me that opening. Oh, there's the live stream. I'm expecting Dreams in Honor, a longtime viewer for this playthrough, to answer all my questions about this ending. Because, like, I'm not trying to hate on it, I just don't understand it. Yes! I did not expect to see this in Crisis Core. Tease that FF7 intro. Are they gonna do the iconic cut-in of the music? Pan out from Midgar? Okay, this is pretty impactful. I know, like, obviously this references FF7, but man, seeing it... Oh, yes, my boy. Seeing this gives me newfound appreciation for the ending. It's still sad that seeing Zack die, though.
My name is Cloud. Soldier. First class.
Yes! To be continued in Final Fantasy VII. That's right. Dude, that's great. Alright, well, I still feel the same way about the ending. A little less so, though, because that ending gave me newfound life. Seeing it connect. Actually, showing FF7's, like, little intro was nice. Game, are you okay? Okay. Let's, save the game. Let's just add a new slot, honestly. It's gonna start this again. I'm gonna go to the loading screen. I'll finish talking about the game. I haven't talked about the gameplay or anything. Okay. So, again, story is like, mixed bag. I think it started off strong. I think the mid-game was cool. The whole Dreams and Honor theme was really well implemented. And especially at the end when Zack... The way Zack was like, embrace your dreams and honor as a member of Soldier to like die in the battlefield was really well done. Again, sad, like really tragic, but well done. But yeah, that was really well done. I think the story could use some fleshing out, mostly with Genesis as a character and his motives and all that. I just think it was very like before it was fine following Genesis blindly, but then like it takes a while for things to open up, and even then I don't really fully understand it. Again, I'm not blaming the game. It's just like I'm not really blaming the game to a sense, but like I am saying it could have been conveyed better. Like they could have done Genesis better, honestly, as a villain. And Hollander as well, but Hollander, who cares about Hollander? He's just like, helping out Genesis, and like, he's like the scientist that runs away a lot, and then you finally fight him and kill him. Or I don't even know if you kill him, but you fight him. But yeah, like, who cares about Hollander? But Genesis could have been done better. And Angeal for a certain portion of the game, but then Angeal was pretty good, actually. Was not amazing, but fine. But yeah, what this game did well was Zack and Aerith's relationship, Zack as a character, Zack and Cloud's relationship, just Zack's... Something I wanted to talk about, Zack's relationship with people in the game was really well done. The ending part with the scripted fight with, like, the DMW emphasized that, like, with those cutscenes where you saw flashbacks. Just Zack's connections with everyone was really well done. And just, honestly, everything about Zack is perfect. I can't think of anything about Zack that's not perfect. It's just so well done. Let's move on to the gameplay. The gameplay is... I don't know how to rank it. The gameplay seems fine, but then as you go later in the game, it just gets, like, repetitive, and it just gets the bosses and the enemies just get a lot of HP. That first phase of Genesis was so long. It wasn't difficult, it was just really long, and it was just, like, it killed any hype I had for the later phase. But the second phase of the Genesis fight was fine. It was a little too easy, I'm gonna admit, a little too quick. Not as quick. It wasn't super quick, but it could have been a little longer, the Genesis fight, like one-on-one with Genesis. It wasn't difficult at all. Like, I felt like it was a bit easy, but the first phase was just too long, not difficult at all. So, again, the gameplay is just like, it's fine. It's definitely not the main draw of the game for me. I definitely prefer the story and the characters, like, parts of the story. I'm not going to say the whole story. The story has its problems. Parts of the story and the characters I prefer. Then the gameplay. The gameplay is not really the selling point, but it's fine. It definitely doesn't justify me doing 300 missions on the game. And I have been told that you can grind out missions, do missions to grind. That's great and all, but again, I don't like the gameplay enough to do the missions because they're way too repetitive. Anything else I want to talk about? Miscellaneous. Music is phenomenal. Nothing to say on the music that's bad. Like, all around great. Soundtrack's great. Presentation's great. Especially for a PSP game, it really overused the PSP's power. Any miscellaneous stuff? Summons? Quick thing. I think that getting the summons, like, I only got 2 summons in this game. I think making the summons, like, really hidden was a very dumb decision. It just really, like, makes it like, oh, you should follow a guide, or you should talk to every NPC. Like, I'm fine with talking to NPCs. Like, cool, you play a game, you talk to NPCs, but without a guide, you're not expected to get everything in the game. That's fine. And a lot of people were saying, like, oh, dude, you're going to enjoy this game only if you talk to every single NPC, getting every mission, or getting every single insight. I disagree. I got a good amount of enjoyment. A lot of people say, like, oh, you're not enjoying the game because you're not talking to NPCs, or you're not doing these specific things in the towns. I disagree. Sure, it can make me enjoy the game more, but, like, even still, I enjoyed this playthrough. I did. I don't want to make it seem like I didn't enjoy the playthrough. I did. I give this game, like, assuming this is part of FF7, which I love, FF7 and Remake, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. If this was my first FF7 exposure, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. Probably. An average game. I give it just above average because it's connected to FF7, and it does the story justice, albeit convoluted, but, you know, it does it justice, I think. So, yeah, this will make me look at Remake and FF7 differently for sure, and I look forward to playing Dirge of Cerberus. But, yeah. Like, I don't want anyone to think I didn't enjoy the playthrough. I totally did. But, like, I definitely disagree with the fact that talking to those NPCs and getting the references, sure, it can make me enjoy the game more. I know I didn't see every reference. I know I didn't see everything. But, I enjoyed the game for what it was, for what I saw. It just makes that second playthrough more worth it. If I ever go back to play this game, I might. I'm not sure about that. If I ever go back and play this game, then I'll look for the references and enjoy the game even more. So, you know, going in blind without a guide is normally how I like to play games. So, you know, that's how things are. But, like, again, if you're relying on, like, missable stuff to be enjoyed the game, if you, like, go through a game and you don't get any missable stuff and you didn't enjoy the game, that's bad. You can't make a game that has so many missables and those are the only enjoyable parts of the game. You have to add some some mandatory stuff that's enjoyable in your game, I feel. Like, Crisis Core did fine with that. Like, there was enough in this game to enjoy that wasn't hidden or missable. But, like, if you're making... I'm not pointing at Crisis Core. I want to make that very clear. If you make a game that has so many hidden missable stuff, like, Legend of Mana is a great example. Legend of Mana, it has a lot of hidden stuff and missable stuff. But if you, like what they do with Legend of Mana is, like, they make so much of it hidden and missable. So if you go through the game normally, a blind playthrough of Legend of Mana is just not enjoyable. Like, you need to use a guide in that game, and that's why I didn't like it as much. This game, however, you can enjoy the game blind without getting any of the missable stuff. You will enjoy it more, probably, if you get all the references I was told about in the comments, but, like, I got a good enjoyment out of this game. I enjoyed this playthrough, I did. I don't want anyone to think otherwise. I definitely think the shortcomings are the gameplay. Again, the DMW being RNG is a little lame. Leveling up being RNG is stupid. The DMW was well done, kind of, for the cutscenes and the limit breaks, but too much RNG for me. So, yeah. You know, it was fine, though. Again, the gameplay is just there. It's good. It's fine, but then at the end, it's just like, I want to get to the story and the characters. Again, strongest suits of this game, Zack and Aerith's relationship, Cloud and Zack's relationship, seeing Sephiroth go villain, Nibelheim incident, seeing Zack help Cloud and escaping Nibelheim. That stuff, those are the highlights of the game. Really, really well done. Also, playing the Wutai War was sick. They could have done more with the Wutai War fleshing out, but it was kind of cool to play through the Wutai War. But yeah. Again, just moments of FF7 that we heard reference of were very neat to traverse. Even though some of it could have used fleshing out, playing through segments that we heard references to in the original game was cool. It was very, very neat. But yeah, that's all I really have to say on that. But yeah, Crisis Core is done. 6 out of 10 game. I enjoyed it. I'll play Dirge of Cerberus. I don't know when, though. But I'll play it eventually. I'll do Dirge of Cerberus probably sometime next year. So yeah. Those of you watching on YouTube, I hope you all enjoyed the playthrough. I certainly did. And I'll probably come back to this game. It won't be for a while if I do. I have to sit on it a bit. Because as I said, the game was like more average to above average as I played it. But yeah, great playthrough. Glad you all enjoyed. Thank you, Dreams and Honor, specifically. You've been a great commenter to have on the playthrough, giving me insightful tips and stuff and giving me references. I enjoyed this game more because I got those answers because... You know, it was a great journey. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the playthrough and look forward to whatever I do next. Dirge of Cerberus will come, I promise. But yeah, thank you all for watching and I will see you all next time.